Hey, what's up, it's mikeyperion here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft 1.13, and we're back. Sorry if I wasn't able to upload videos for the past couple of days because I was very busy. Well, yeah. Okay, and we're also back here in the new Hyperion City because we got some projects to finish. For the sunken base, we are going to leave that for the moment for a couple of episodes, but for now, we are going to finish some pending projects right over here. Of course, we got to place some buildings right over here. Well, not that too high. Maybe same height as the building right over there. But yeah, we are going to do that later, and we're also going to put some fountains right over here, and as well as a building right over here. Well, I kept on talking about this place. Well, yeah, just like I said, we are going to have like a nice transition of the city going to the lighthouse right over there. Of course, the cliff. Well, somehow, yeah, I also got some change of plans right over there. Instead of putting some buildings on the cliff side, we are just going to extend the terraforming, works in that area. But I think it's just because it's more practical than placing a building right over there. Well, yeah. So the second thing that we need to do is to gather the materials. Of course, we have to put the materials that we are going to need for the build in some shulkers. Yeah, and well, I also got some smooth stones smelting right over here. These are just for reserves because we already got some supplies right over here. Well, yeah, I think this is enough for the build for the moment. Yeah, and we are also going to need some cobblestones right over here, and I think this is also enough. But soon enough, we also need to run this stone factory again. Yeah, because there's a little shortage shortage of stones, I think. Yeah. But don't worry, we got some supplies. Lots of supplies of explosives, some TNTs. Yeah. Well, for this episode, the first thing that I need to talk about is that there will also be some changes again in the channel, of course. Again, well, some of you may be favorable about it, and some of you may be not too favorable. Well, yeah. For this time, we are going to have the LPs or the Let's Play series 4 times a week now, which is I'm really excited about because I'm really having fun doing the survival game. Well, yeah. Like I said, I'm a survival guy, right? And for the build battle, well, sad to say it will be once a week as of this moment. Well, it's going to be on Sundays. That will be either pro mode or teams. Well, it depends in the availability of other players and as well as my ideas for the pro mode. Yeah. So basically, we are also going to need some clays. Well, just to stick with our current style in the industrial district. Somehow, yeah. Well, we'll still gonna have some variations in terms of this design, but the style will remain the same, right? But don't worry. On the next project that we are going to do in the farming district, we are going to have like a Romanesque and somehow, a different type of builds. Maybe we can do some Bohemian architecture. I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet, but of course, it will be much, a little less luxurious compared to what we have here in the industrial district. Yeah, it's a farming district, right? So basically, it has to be somehow a little rural in some sense, right? Just to make different. At least we can have some different style in the build. So the next thing that we needed to do is need to have is these spruce woods. Yeah, I think I need to harvest those spruce woods in the back of this stone factory. Well, I think that's the next thing that we need to do. Yeah, so let's gather those spruce woods right over there, and I'll be back. Alright, and we all got the materials that we are going to need for the builds for this episode. Yeah, the first thing that we need to put or to place are the gutters. Well, gutter on the side of the road. So basically, yeah, we just need a couple of these stone bricks and stone brick stairs for these sides of the road. Yeah, so basically, I'm thinking that for this for this building, we are going to have like two tier because on the sides we have to connect the tall building, right, just adjacent to this slot over here. So basically, yeah, we need to have like a space gap in between these two buildings. So I think that we can have like a 4 to 5 wide gap with somehow like a two-story, section of the build. So something like we need to have like think this should be, yeah, okay. I think this is enough for the windows and the gaps. So we'll have like a small path right over here, just to make a little gap between these two buildings. So this is the first layout that I think of. Well, somehow I think it should be like that because on the adjacent area right over here, on this side right over here, we are going to have like an open area. So basically that's the best angle on this part. So now let's try to put the walls just like with other buildings. We got the first floor, the ground floor stones, and the upper part are made of clay walls. So yeah, we'll just stick to that design, right? I think it's for the best. At least we can have like consistency in the city, some common architecture within the community area. So well, we have to stick that for the moment, but don't worry. Like I said, on the next project we are going to build in the farming area, sorry, the farming district. So basically we are going to have a different style of builds. And we're quite done here in the ground floor. Well, so basically this is the layout. So on this area, this staircase will just be up to second floor, and this area right over here is going to be the main building. So around 3 floors, so not much of a difference, right? Yeah, I haven't thought of any designs, but I think I'm going to use like orange clay for this building because I haven't used that color yet, right? All right, and I'll think of an initial design on one segment and I'll be back. Somehow this design is pretty acceptable, I think. It's quite familiar, right? Well, this design is pretty much the same as that building right over there. It's just different colors though, yeah. But I think I have to be consistent with the architecture here in the city, so I think I'll just stick to this, right? Yeah. And I'll just continue building this. Well, at least this building looks a little different, right? Yeah, I also put like the triangular shape on the top right over there just to have a little difference. Yeah, but I think that's fine except for the wood. I think I have to change that though. Yeah, uh-huh. Let's see on the side right over here. Well, basically it's a little hidden in from the side from this angle right over here, but I think it's fine. So at least it matches the consistency of the architecture here in the city. Well, yeah. Okay, I think this looks fine. This is okay for me. Not too shabby. That yeah, this part is still missing. Yeah. Well, this alley right over here looks great. I think it looks dense, right? But yeah, I like the vibe. I like the vibe. So I'll just finish building this. And placing the last few blocks for the roof. Well, yes, this roof is done. So I think, well, it's not really that impressive from afar. Yeah, because it's kind of looked like small compared to the building, to that adjacent white building right over there. Well, yeah, at least we can have something like a space because I think this place is too dense. I mean, yeah, I also have changed this pillar into stones because I think that wood is not really that fitting. It is city, so yeah. Well, looking at the same angles, I think this is fair enough, right? Yeah, this dark alley, this should be like lit, right? Okay, all right. I think this area is fine now. Yeah, this looks good. All right. Oh, we got a villager right over here. What are you? Oh, cartographer. What a useless. Yeah. Okay, so I think this looks fine. We're done here. We're done here. So I think it's time to move on the next project. Sorry, on the next building that we are going to build. Yeah. So well, okay. Let's go back to those supplies. So not supplies. Why did I say that? Okay, let's look. So I think it looks fine. Looks great. Well, it's time to build the fountain right over here. So yeah, let's do it. Well, this fountain is done. So basically, just a small detail for the city, right? Okay, we're done over here. So let's move on the second phase of this episode. So basically, I'm going to build some buildings right in this area and as well as an arc right over here just to add a little element of surprise when you're passing by this arc. So yeah, well, I'm going to start building in this area. So this arc looks a little impressive, right? It's a little high compared to other arcs, but yeah. So on this area right over here, we are just going to extend a cliff in this area. So basically there will be a path on the top, and on this side right over here, on this side here is going to be a building. So I'm going to start building that. So now this is how the ground floor looks like. Well, I'm thinking that I could make like a magic shop here in the ground floor, but I don't know the concept yet, but yeah. Maybe in the future I can do that. Yeah. And then the next thing that we need to do, of course, the upper floors of this building right over here. So I'm thinking that I could also make use of those pillar quartz. Yeah, just to have like consistency in the build, and I think it will look impressive. I got carried away a little. Well, I've already done this. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look from afar, a little afar. Well, yeah, well, that's how it looks like. It's quite simple, simpler than what I've thought of, but yeah, I think it looks impressive somehow. Yeah, I like this design. I should have used these gray terracottas. These are gray actually, that brown. To be, I don't know why that's called gray though. It looks brown to me. But anyways, yeah. I think this is done. This looks impressive. So now it's time to build the adjacent building of these buildings. Well, yeah. Okay, now it's time to move on. Well, I went a little rushed though. Yeah, I got little carried away a little because I'm having trouble of making walls on that curvy area right over there. Well, yeah, so I'm thinking that why am I flying though? Okay. So I'm thinking that I'm just connecting this building right over here. This used to be the smeltery, but I'm thinking that it will just be a path going on the top right over there. So yeah, I'll try to make a bridge on the top over there. So basically this is almost done. Well, yeah, so far this is how it looks like. Well, the only thing that we have to build soon is the roof. Well, I think looks fine. It has like a pathway inside it going on the top of the arc. So I think, yeah, this should be okay. All right, I'm gonna finish building this. Well, final product, here it goes. It's look a little different from other buildings, but yeah, I think this looks fine. Well, yeah. So let's take a little tour here. So basically, I already got like a bridge on the top here, just like a little catwalk. So basically, I also use these spiral stairs that we have made here long time ago, right? So basically, this is the way going. Well, this actually looks impressive, right? I mean, with this pillars, yeah. Okay, so basically, this is the way going up here in the arc. Well, yeah, soon enough. The next thing that we need to build is like the pathway right over here going to the top to the lighthouse. Basically, yeah, we are also going to start doing some terraforming sessions again. Yeah. Okay, so basically this is her roof. I'm trying to make like a dome, but I think it doesn't fit though. So I just make a little halo just like this one, you know. So basically, yeah. All right, and let's start to do the terraforming. So these prismarine bricks got some use now. Well, I use them for filling the hollow spaces inside the terraforms. I mean, inside the terrains, just like this one. So just filling the gaps, right? I mean, I don't really like these prismarine bricks, but yeah, at least it got some use now. And so now the cliff is done. Well, yeah. So basically this is already connected to the path on the top. So basically the entrance to this path on the top of the arc is through here, just like I said, through this old spiral that we have made for a couple of episodes earlier than this. So yeah. So basically, this is just a simple path right over here. So at least we can have some sort of like these design, some of these features in our city. So I think, yeah. So, well, I think this looks good. Yeah, right? Okay, so I think the next thing that we need to do is to add some foliage in that cliff because it looks really blunt, right? So, yeah. Well, I'm gonna grab some leaves in the forest, and I'll be back. And so basically we're done. Well, that small tree right over there looks perfectly with the transition that we have planned earlier. So basically it looks good, right? It looks good, it looks impressive, I think. Yeah, well, this is the last build for the industrial district. So I think therefore we can conclude that this place is done. Well, a little interior designing in the future episodes, but yeah. So now let's have a little tour of this place, especially here in the industrial district. So basically, yeah. So this is the last building that we have done, and this is the first building that we have did a couple of episodes. I mean, I think that was like in episode 4, 5, or something like that, you know. And of course, the first ever build that we have done here in the industrial district is this clock tower right over here, which looks really impressive. It's like the icon. So this one is the farming district. Sorry, no, not the farming district though. The villager farm, and here we got this stable right over here. So basically, yeah, there's no actual use, but just to house these, these two guys right over here. Well, yeah. Okay, so that's the stable, and this right here is the Gunpowder Factory. So basically, the creeper farm. So yeah. Okay, so we got a little alley right over here. Well, leading towards our stone factory here on the right side. So basically, one of the most used factory in our base, or in our city, I mean. And this is our headquarters, which is actually one of the icons as well. Really impressive build. So I really like this place, especially the multi item sorting system. So yeah, so we have a little garden right over here, and some couple of buildings right over here, and as well as this tall building right over here, and a mini dock right over here, right over here, right over here. Well, I said too much. Right over here, and yeah, so it's turning to nighttime, right? Okay, so we have a little alley right over here, which is actually looks dense, right? I really like this area because it seems like we have done so much in this area right over here. So basically, this is the building that we have done earlier, right? Of course. Yeah. Okay, yeah, at least we have already finished. So basically, this is already the downtown district. So in the future episodes, we are going to build that. So basically, this is the boundary between the industrial district and the downtown district. So yeah, at least we got like a partition, right? Okay, on this view right over here, it looks impressive. It looks dense. It looks like a city that we have planned. So I think, yeah, at least we have accomplished our goal for this district. So yeah, so let's grab a boat. Let's try to look from afar. Well, for this moment, I think I've done this before. Yeah, so instead of doing, yeah, so basically here we also got the entrance to the underground base. So in the future, we are also going to work on this part. Well, I don't have any plans yet about it though, but yeah. Okay, let's row. Well, yeah, okay. There you go. Yeah, this is a better view. Well, it's much easier to, to sail or to row the boat in this perspective. Well, yeah. Okay, let's find a right spot for a view of the industrial district. So basically, yeah, we're done with the industrial district except for the interiors, like I said. So in the future episodes, we are going to do those. And this is the view. Well, yeah, it looks magnificent, right? Yeah, well, let's take a little moment. Oops, checking this out. Checking out this place. So basically, yeah, it's done. It's done. Well, we have accomplished this. So the industrial district has been concluded. So, well, that's it for this episode. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, please leave a like, and make sure to subscribe. This has been mikeyperion, and I'll see you guys next time.